How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Manatee Gaming. I'm pretty excited to be here because I've been on vacation. So if you probably noticed that we didn't have a video like in the last week, it's because I went on vacation. I actually went down to California. It was really amazing. I went to Los Angeles, and I have to say that I was like blown away. Honestly, it was like so much nicer than I had pictured. Everyone's like, LA is so nice in some areas, and I was just like, well, we'll see. And it was amazing. So I think I might actually be relocating to LA. TBD on that one, but I'll let you know if it happens. Anyway, as I'm jumping back into it, we've got some amazing things going on. So I want to start out with our first video here going over the Treasure Hunter promo, although I am definitely going to have a lot more content coming out right now. So be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you're not a subscriber, and let me know what content you'd like to see covered in the comments down below. Also too, information with this and so much other stuff all at once, it seems like, is gonna be coming out in our Discord down below. We have over 12,000 members. We'd love to have you in there. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump on into it, guys. So this is the gifts of the creators. Not gonna lie, the first time I read this, I was like, oh, are they doing like creator codes or something like that? Because I play a lot of Brawl Stars and Clash Royale. If you've ever played any Supercell games, you see that those two games are, well, that game company is very, very supportive of its content creators. If you can't tell the slight jealousy right here, Runescape, nudge, nudge, but they will often have like events that are like the creators blah blah, and it's all content creator stuff. It's super cool. So I thought that's what this was, and I was like, oh my gosh, Jagex is getting in the 21st century finally. But it's not. It actually has to do with the Elder Gods, unfortunately. So anyway, let's look at this. This is pretty simple. This is really, honestly, it's probably the most simple and straightforward Treasure Hunter promo I think I've ever seen, ever. Quite literally, every single time you spend a key, you either get a medium prismatic star, a medium prismatic lamp, or a mini protean pack. That is what you get every single time. The only alterations or like random things you get are the things down here in the reward track, which are pretty straightforward. You'll get everything you see in the reward track. It's not random. Well, these are randomized per person, so your reward track will probably look a lot different than mine. As you can see, we do have the 50 mil gold stack right there, which is going to definitely play into my opinion about this Treasure Hunter promo. But let's keep moving along. A medium prismatic star. So just to like quickly let you know what you should be spending your keys on, or like which one you should be choosing when you actually spend a key. Medium prismatic star is going to give you the most progress on your account. I'm just going to say it right off the bat. The medium prismatic star is going to be the best choice because at level 99, obviously it's going to scale to your level, so it's going to be different depending on what skill you're putting into and stuff like that. But at level 99 on a regular skill, medium prismatic star will give you just over 20,000 bonus experience. Medium prismatic lamp will give you something around 18,000 direct XP. And then mini protean pack will typically give you less than a medium prismatic star. Although if you are planning on using these on the protean traps, it could be worth doing, maybe. And I say maybe because it's just a really big maybe, because here's the quick breakdown on this. These mini packs will give you 10 proteans each, so you get 30 proteans when you pick this option. Most proteans are going to give you under 10, or sorry, under 1000 XP each one. Especially under 1000 XP if you're not using them during double XP. So assuming you're saving these for double XP, there are only a couple proteans that are even worth getting, to be honest with you, and traps are probably the best protean. They've been the best for a while now, and protean traps on double XP can give you quite a bit more XP than 20,000 on a prismatic star. The only thing you have to consider, though, is that you have to actually use the proteans in order to get that XP. So don't just think about it as, oh, these are a ton of XP. You got to kind of balance out the fact of, I could click this and get instant XP. I have to click this and I have to actually use these. So just quick to it, though, if you're not using protean traps, like you don't need any more trap XP or whatever, then I probably wouldn't even bother getting these at all. I would probably just stick to the medium prismatic stars. There are a couple other niche things that you might want to use these for, but stars are going to be your go-to. I personally, so with every Treasure Hunter thing where I do a video. We are going to be opening up some keys, which I'm sure you're excited about. And I am actually personally going to choose the lamps. The reason why I'm choosing lamps is because many of my skills are 200 million or 120 or almost 200 million or whatever. And I have bonus XP in pretty much all my skills except for a couple. So I have, and without getting deeper into it, I have a very specific reason why I want to do medium prismatic lamps for direct XP. I want to do it for rune crafting because I'm not going to get into it. But that's why I'm going to choose those, but in general, you'll want to choose the medium prismatic stars. So let's look at the wiki page really quickly though, so I can show you exactly how this reward track works, because it's pretty important to look on there, as that is the main benefit of doing this promo in general. Okay, so to get to the wiki page, you can just type in gifts of the creators. That's going to be the easiest way to get here, either up here in this bar, or you can type it into your actual Runescape bar by just clicking on the wiki button, and it'll send you here, which is honestly super useful. I'm really glad they implemented that. It was such a small change, but it really made a pretty big difference, I feel like, because we will use the wiki for most things. As you see, a lot of my videos were opening up the wiki. All right, so the reward track, here we go. So as you can see right here at the top, it does say that you always get those 3 choices, which I mentioned. If we look at the reward track, you can see that it does say that these will always be randomized. So some people might get unlucky and get 1,000 springs, while I get the baller one of 50 million gold, which is going to be pretty awesome, and I'll show you why. But these like springs and a lot of other things you can get here are just like your standard prizes. So it just like puts them in that slot, and then you will unlock them. The important thing to look right here is that the red rewards are guaranteed to appear at 8, 13, and 28, while the purple rewards are guaranteed to appear at 38 keys used. So what this means is that you can kind of plan out to see if it's actually worth using keys for you personally, because since these are all going to be randomized, you're going to see what you're going to get after using these amount of keys. With that information, this may or may not be a very good promo for you. So looking back in our game, you can see that I've got the 50 million gold in the 35 slot. The reason why it's in the 35 slot, by the way, is because these will start ticking down as you use keys. I already used 3 daily keys in the very beginning, and that was actually before I knew I was going to make a video. I probably should have just saved those, but hindsight 2020. So that's why it says 35. It actually is at 38 keys used, because the first 3 will give you a prize, and then after that it's 5. So the reason why it's amazing if you have the 50 million gold right here is because that will be about 38 keys. So if you used your daily keys that you get, which a lot of people will get 3, you know, it depends on if you're a member, Premier Club, blah, 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 blah. You can get like 3 keys or more per day. So if you use your 3 from that, and then you get another 5, and then you could get those 5 from a multitude of things. I found that daily challenges are actually a very easy way of doing it. So if we look at our daily challenges here, you can just complete some daily challenges, and don't forget that those actually give you a key for each one that you complete. So the reason why this is important is because if you buy a bond by using in-game gold or whatever you want to, a bond will give you 30 keys. So in order for you to get to the purple, without buying more than 2 bonds, you're gonna have to do some like combination of daily keys and challenges and stuff like that. You get the idea. Just get 8 keys from somewhere else. That way you can get 2 bonds for your 30 keys, and then you've got 38 keys. That is literally what I did. So I got my daily keys, I spent my daily keys, and now we've got 5 left, which will get me to 35, and that'll get me to the 50 million gold. Now, obviously, everyone is not going to have the chance to get 50 million gold, and I feel bad for you because it's going to be pretty amazing, as I'm about to show you. What this will mean is that by only spending a total of about 62 million, because if you look at the Grand Exchange prices here, I did what is called a ladder buy. So this is a really, really effective strategy for bonds and things like that, where you're trying to get the best price you possibly can. As you can see, what I did is I put a buy price in here for 31,101, and then what I did is I just decreased it a little bit to like 3501. I think this one over here is, yeah, this one's at 3601. So I'm slowly going down, and we've got 3101. The purpose of this is because that way I was able to figure out like the cheapest price that I can buy bonds from without just guessing it. So this was pretty useful. So what I'm actually going to do is probably just leave this in here, because I've actually got some bonds in my bond pouch here. We're going to go in here and we're going to click on convert on my bonds, and then I'm going to be able to convert these bonds into some keys. So we'll go ahead and go to the redeem. Once you're in the redeem, this is like a totally new menu. So I'm like, what am I looking at here? So in here, you just go to redeem. It's now in redeem. And then you see 15 keys used with treasure hunter. Click on that and then confirm. So boom, it'll take your bond that you've already bought and wherever it is in your inventory or whatever. So I click on continuous because I want to crack one more. Confirm. I'm showing you guys all this that way because I know that they've changed all this, so now you know how to do literally everything. You do not have to convert them to a tradable bond before you buy keys. I had a couple people ask me if you had to do that. You do not have to do that, so you just go to straight converting them. If you want to put them into your pouch like this, all you have to do is right click a bond that's in your inventory and click, actually, let me see what does it say when you do that? Let's go, click this right here. And then when you right click it, it says deposit. There we go. So you can deposit bond. It'll ask you how many you want to deposit and then boom, pop them in there. As you can see, the price of bonds right now is absolutely insane. Like bonds seems to have lost their mind. So with that in mind, it is actually a pretty good idea to stock up on some bonds for like an event you might want to do. Maybe not this one. I don't know. It's may or may not be good depending on what your purple is. But you may want to save it for other things too, like Premier Club. So it's pretty useful to buy your bonds at a cheap price, deposit them all so they're all in your bond, like in your bond currency pouch here, and then that way you're going to be able to use them later without them taking up a whole bunch of bank space. Let's go ahead and crack open these keys, guys. So this is going to be pretty simple. I think that if I just click on 10, it'll just give me the same one. I'm going to go ahead and do it on the medium prismatic lamp because, like I said, I have a specific reason to. It's basically because I want to get direct XP into my rune crafting. So I'm going to click on this. I'm hoping this will just go right into it. And we're going to get 25 ottomans for each one of these two. So boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it's looking good. And there we go. It will also tell me right there that I've also received the springs from the springs from the reward track, because we have so many tracks now. It's gonna be like we're gonna have a skill for like trains pretty soon. But it looks like it's gonna be pretty easy just to sit here and spam click this. So if you plan on doing a bunch of keys, then I would just spam click this and do the 10. So it's pretty awesome. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get all of these. Boom, boom, boom. We just want to get more towards that purple. I'm going to show you guys why it's going to be really cool. I think you probably already figured out why it's going to be cool, but here we go. Here we go. Come on, come on. It'll be on our last key. So boom, boom, boom. Let me see what the XP is exactly for one of these medium prismatic lamps again. It is 17.2k, so it is quite a bit less than a star. So definitely use the stars if you want the most XP possible. But like I said, going for that direct XP and rune crafting. Let's go ahead and continue here. We got 10 keys left. Here we go. Oh, so 25 pulse core is going to be my next one. I don't really feel like that's a very good compensation for 38 more keys though. And all right, next key is 50 million gold. 50 million. There it is. You also receive 50 million gold from the track. That's pretty awesome, I have to say. There we go. Boom. There we go. Coins. 50 million has been added to your inventory. I don't know. It's just really cool to see that. Okay, so here's the deal. The first purple got me the 50 million gold. If you have that on your track, it is pretty amazing because as you saw, I spent... So if I was buying them at 30.1, that means I spent 60.2, and that is also making the assumption that I was able to get all the daily keys from challenges and whatever. So there's quite a bit of a situation there that you have to have lined up perfectly for you, obviously. But for the cost of the cost of 60.2, I was able to get 50 million gold back. So that means it only cost me 10.2 million, and 10.2 million did give me 38 medium prismatic lamps as well as these other items here. So if you have the 50 million gold, it seems pretty worthwhile. If you can get to the 50 million gold by maybe your second purple, it seems pretty worthwhile as well. But unfortunately, since your average loot per key is going to be something just over the value of a prismatic star, hopefully you're paying attention, it's not really good. It's definitely not good with the cost of bonds. So unfortunately, this thing is quite a flop. I think that this would have been considerably better and considerably more exciting if Jagex would have made it so that you were not like guaranteed to get a purple every like 35. Also, it would have been nice if the purple was actually the 200 million gold, or you know, like the proper purple rewards, because I'm almost positive that they have nerfed the rewards, because I'm pretty sure the 50 million would have been 200 million, and then yeah, we would have just seen bigger prizes. But with how it currently is, doesn't really seem worth buying bonds. I mean, maybe if bonds were like 18 million or 17 million or something, to be a little bit more interesting. But anyway, guys, I hope that helps you out. Not every one of these promos is going to be amazing, but this one is definitely not one of them. It's not even that fun, actually, because you know exactly what you're getting every single time, and it's not that exciting. So yeah, I really wish they would spice it up a little bit, maybe for the next time. But anyway, there you go. There's my review. Let me know what you guys got on your purple track, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.